What's up everyone, Gids here for another video on Blue Protocol Star Resonance, and today we're gonna do a quick showcase on how to get to 8k power because a lot of people have been asking me how I was able to get to like 8200 ability score. So in this video we're gonna break that down. Before all that, I found a very interesting spot right here which has this light colored chest. I'm not even sure what it has, but this one's in this area right here through the teleporter. So it's a tower on an isolated island. Let's see what it has. Ooh, 10 rose orbs. Okay, interesting. Anyways, quick breakdown on how to get to 8000 ability score. So you can just click on that one and you can see here biggest contributor is always going to be your gear. So if your gear is not really max reforged, then that's probably going to be a problem, or that's probably where you're lacking. So quick showcase of what I have. So I've been grinding a lot. I still want to grind more brigand leader, be able to get the ring, but yeah, this is what I have right now. So almost full legend gear, and then weapon, still trying to farm for it. If you're curious how to get the legend equipments right here, so Chaotic Realm is where you can get those gold equipment, but it has to be a hard mode. This is only showing normal mode, right? But also for each of the dungeons right here, they will have different sets of equipments that will be dropping on them. So for example, Goblin Lair Hard, Goblin Lair will be dropping your legendary gauntlets and earrings, and also low chance for weapon. Tina's Mind Realms, Tina's Mind Realm is for the helmet and necklace. And of course, weapon, again, low chance. And then the new one that we have right now, Towering Ruin, will have your armor and your ring. So I can actually just run Towering Ruin hard to be able to get my ring, no? And of course, low chance to get weapon. Other places where you can get legend equipment is through participating in these events right here. These daily events right here has a chance to drop you a legendary gear on the first reward that you receive for that event for that day. Okay, so make sure to at least participate in these events once a day for that chance. Okay, so they also give like pretty decent rewards, especially friendship points that you can use to buy up stuff from the friendship shop. And then lastly, we also have boss hunts right here. So starting from Brigand Leader going down to these bosses right here. Brigand Leader normal drop. So these are the rewards that you get for opening the chests. But these are the rewards that you get from just killing the boss. So chance. These are chance rewards. Actually, it's not guaranteed, but there is a chance that you can get them, right? So there's the kit. There's a low chance for getting a weapon. There's armor and ring for the Brigand Leader. Next, we have Veno right here for the drops. We have the kit, the weapon, gauntlets, and earrings. There's also this one right here, Muku Chief, for the boots and charm weapon as well. Iron Fang for left and right bracelets. And then we have Storm Goblin King for the helmet and necklace. Okay, so if you're looking for any particular equipment, then you have to AFK farm. Well, yeah, it's kind of an AFK farm looking for these monster bosses right here. What does Tempest Ogre drop? Oh, it's also armor and ring. So it just repeats, okay? So if you're curious how to find these bosses right here, you can click track in there, or you can just look at the world chat right here. So world chat is super useful because they tell you which boss it is that they are hunting, which line they are at, and how many percent the boss's HP is. Okay, so if you're, again, looking for a specific boss monster, you can just click them and then click track to show them in the map. Like Muku Chief is right here. And then if you see Muku Chief and it's still at 100% health, you'll try to find a line that has like a lot of people so that you can try to beat it much faster. All right? Okay. Next big part for the gear is going to be your Reforge stats, because Reforge actually increases the advanced attributes that you have on your equipment. So whatever stats that you have in here, it can be increased by an X number of times. And that X is dependent on your perfection bar right here. So once you max out your perfection, you can no longer increase your advanced attributes right here. Reforging also unlocks a third slot for your advanced attributes right here, because normally when you get a drop of a purple equipment, it will have a question mark stat for its fourth stat, and you can just reforge and keep reforging until you get your desired final stat right here. So this is why it's important to just be doing reforges whenever you can, especially at least just once. At least once per equipment. Like if you don't like the advanced attributes that it has, you can just reforge it once for you to be able to get like the fourth stat available. Okay, so for me personally, I've been rolling for crit. So a lot of crit stats right here. So yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do for reforging. And very, very simple. And you don't have to worry about your reforged stones whenever you dismantle an equipment that was so whenever you dismantle an equipment that has been reforged, the materials that you use to reforge it will be refunded to you. So you can see here, it's actually being tracked. The number of times you reforge an item is actually being tracked right here. So this was reforged 13 times. This was reforged 14 times. This was 8 times. 1 time just to open up the fourth slot, right? So 8 times, 7 times. So honestly, this one can be reforged more because it has a main stat of crit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for reforging. Okay, the next part of gear enhancing that you have to do is still gonna be on Maxim here. By the way, Maxim is also the one responsible for reforging. Is going to be refinements, okay? Refinements is basically your enhancement system in the game. You can see here we have a success rate of 100% when enhancing, but we are time gated for this one. And every time you refine your equipment slot, so this is talking about slots, not the weapons themselves, okay? So this is for the weapon slot right here. Whenever you increase or you refine your weapon slot, it will be increasing your magic attack. So whenever you switch out your equipments, it doesn't matter, your refine level will stay there. Okay, so right now you want everything to be on level 3. So these rewards are these materials right here. This thing right here is actually pretty limited. So you want to buy it up every time it shows up in the Honor Coin Shop and the Mystery Store. Right now it's trading at the lowest price in the trading house, which is actually pretty cool because I'm pretty sure everyone will be looking for these things later on in the game because of course this is a chance mechanic. People will be failing a lot and people will be needing a lot of these things down the line. Okay, so yeah, that's just pretty much it. This thing right here is coming from smelting. The material you need to smelt is coming from mineralogy. Okay, so if you're looking for a life skill that's pretty good, you can do mineralogy plus smelting with a little bit of artisanry. Okay, again, each of the stats that you refine over here will have different enhancements. So you want to prioritize something that makes sense for your class, but usually first priority is always going to be the weapon and then everything else will follow. If you're DPS, you want to go for anything that increases your DPS. If you're attack, you want to prioritize the ones that make you tankier, okay? And then lastly, for gear, you also have the embed system for gems. Gems right now are not really that worth. Like this one, ruby crystals or ruby gems are just giving like plus 10 crit, but it kind of stacks up. Like if you have if each of your equipments actually have crit plus 10, it will stack up. How many equipments do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11, that's like 1 plus 110 crit. So probably pretty okay, but it's not really going to increase your gear score by that much, but it's still additional power for your character if you want to do this one. Okay, so that's it for gear. Next, we have skill training. This is the second highest that is up here. So skill training is pretty important because this is basically where you get like most of your damage from because this is from your skills. This is what your character uses to attack your enemy. So first top 3 over here is like what you have for every single character. You have your basic attack, you have your special attack, you have your ultimate. So if you're not sure on what to upgrade, like these 3 right here are always pretty solid picks. There are 2 ways on how you can upgrade your skills right here. So first way is to just level them up right here. You can see most of the skills that I actually use and equip are at level 16 already. So leveling them up is just going to cost you unbound Luno or bound Luno. So it's pretty easy to level them up. And again, every time you level them up, damage that they do actually increases. Okay, the next way for you to be able to level them up, and this is what actually just locks out a lot of player, is the advancement right here. So advancements for these things are going for your so advancements for your skills is going to require the advanced book right here for the class, and this gets expensive, more expensive over time. So tier 4 requires 22, tier 5 requires 30, and tier 6 requires 35. So this gets very, very expensive. And remember, you have like how many skills? You have 4 skills equipped. You have your basic attack, you have your special attack, and you have your ultimate. So that's overall 7 abilities that you want to be upgrading. And again, that's a lot of skill books. So this is like the reason why you don't really want to be changing classes a lot, especially if you have not yet maxed out your skills, because your DPS will be hitting like a wet noodle if you don't upgrade your skills right here. So yeah, those are the 2 ways on how you can upgrade this one. So for me personally, I have like 1, 2, 3, and 4 skills upgraded to tier 3. I have 1 tier 1, no, 2 tier 1s right now. But for me, priorities for leveling, it's always going to be Frostbeam. So I think this is true for almost every class. Like it's always going to be the special attack that's prioritized for leveling. Okay. Next, we also have Battle Imagines right here. So Battle Imagines are like the skills, extra skills that you get, and they also have passive effects right here. Okay, so for Battle Imagines, if you actually wanted to do gacha right here, you can go to this guy right here, Mason, in the Imagine Research area right here. Imagine Research. And you can actually talk to Mason right here, and you can gacha for wills, right? So will wish is going to cost you like 150 per pool. Honestly, I don't think this is worth it for a DPS because these guys right here are not really that much desirable over the Muku Chief and Muku Scout builds if you're going for crit builds. But yeah, don't really need, again, you don't really need these guys. But if you did summon for these things, and if you actually got wills that you are not going to use, you can actually dismantle them over here. And if you dismantle these things, it's going to give you like stunt will fragment for purple imagines right here. You can dismantle this one, and then afterwards you can actually use it to exchange through battle will exchange. And this is where you can get like a Muku Scout for me, for example, right? So I have a tier 1 Muku Scout already, and I can probably get another one right here if I do another pull and get more of the fragments right here and then craft it. So that's like what you can do for whenever you are going to summon, right? And then go for crafting, and then like this one right here, where's the Muku Scout? Right here, right? You can just go here, use the will that you got, and get these materials right here. Usually these are actually farmable. This thing also farmable, but you can also open advanced materials here. So yeah, that's how you can actually craft this ones. And once you've crafted them, you can go to skills, you can click on Muku Scout, and you can click advanced to increase their tier right here. So usually for tier increase is going to be requiring still almost the same materials, but it just gets increased for each tier. Like for tier 2, you need like 14 of these things, and of course another one of the wills. And then next up, it's going to be 16, and then 18, and then 20. So tier 5 is like your max for your battle imagines. So that's pretty much it for your skill trading. And then lastly, talents. Talents, everyone should have the same amount of skill points every day if you're doing everything correctly, right? So first 30 will be spent on your base class, and you should be able to max that out. And then the next 12 skill points that we have right now will be spent on your spec tree right here. So for me, Frostbeam is right here. This is what I selected, right? And then while you're selecting these ones, you actually don't really have to worry because you can reset these things anytime, right? So if you made a mistake, you can just reset and put them all back in again. So if you don't know where to get talent points, you can always click how to obtain right here. Trial path is like the main one. Every 3 levels of trial path that you complete, you get 2 talent points. You also have adventurer level. So whenever you level, there are like milestones for when you can get talent points. So like the next one is at level 43. We get 3 points right here. And where's the next one? We can't see it yet. But yeah, 43 is the next one. And then we also have quests that can give talent points. So it's this one right here, talent training, that gives 1 talent point for us. Okay, and then lastly, we have adventurer level. So whenever you level up right here, you actually get 5 all stats and 70 endurance. So pretty simple. That's it. That's it. Like that's pretty much it for this rundown right here. So how to get to 8K. So right now, the only difference that we have with whales is the amount of skill books that they are getting, because essentially they can just buy it off the marketplace, and also the battle imagines that they have, right? So if they have a tier 5 battle imagine, then they're definitely going to have a lot more ability score than us on the skill training right here, right? But in terms of gear, they're almost going to be around similar range, probably 4.7 to 5k gear score, and then skill training is definitely going to be different, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for the breakdown. Again, leave a like and subscribe if this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. GG. But if I lay down and I play dead